So in this move, we're really starting to advance on with our skating now. I really enjoy doing this move, but you have to make sure you do it correctly in order to get the right result. I always use a line on the ice to get my bearings about me, to make sure my pattern is correct. On the line, what you want to concentrate on is we will always be changing feet on the line, but we will be doing curves either side of the line. That's why they're called continuous edges. So we're going to not stop once we get to the blue line, we're going to continue on with our edges. So if I'm doing my forward outside edges, we're going to think about starting with on my left foot pushing away from the blue line, but coming all the way back round to the blue line. Your arm positions, you want to start off with your right arm in front and your left arm horizontal to your body out to the side there. My feet are going to start off in my T position. This is my nice basic pushing position where I'm going to generate a lot of power. When you push onto your edge, you want to make sure you transfer your weight from your pushing foot onto the foot you're going to be standing on. Don't leave it behind, otherwise you won't catch up with your foot. Your foot will just go away from you and you'll be on the floor. So make sure you've got your right arm in front, left arm out to the side. I'm going to push my weight over. I keep my knee bent as, watch now, my leg swings through. This is my first outside edge position before I start my next one. So things we need to concentrate on are, once I push through back with my right leg, it then comes through close to my left foot in order to prepare for my next move, which is when it will join back in with my left foot. So the three positions are push back, come through nice and close, and present forwards. You can see I have my toe pointed and turned out. That just gives it a really nice look and a nice feel to the exercise. So what we haven't mentioned yet is as your leg comes through, your right arm and well actually both of your arms change along with your leg. So as I push and my leg starts off back, as it comes through, watch my arms slice down by my body and I'm in position to start my next push going onto my next outside edge. So you want to prepare for the next push before you get anywhere near there. Around half, when you're at the top of the semicircle, that's when you want to really kind of be halfway through, your arms moving and your legs swinging through. So when you're at 3/4 of the way through your semicircle, you're already ready to go for this next push. So let's watch it again. Right arm to start off with in front and left arm out to the side if I'm beginning on my left foot. I'm in a T position, I push onto it. My arms swing down close to my body as my right leg comes through close to my left leg. I rebend, get my feet together and push. Same thing when I get to the top of the semicircle, both my arms and my leg come through. Rebend, feet together and push. Same thing again, leg comes through, arms come through. Everything always works together. There's a fluidity to this exercise and you want to always keep those semicircles even on each side of the line. So there are quite a few common mistakes I see with this exercise. I'm going to try and list all of them off for you. Some of them are simple to fix, some of them not so simple. I'm going to start off with the nice simple fixes. Make sure that when you push, try not to use your toe pick to push off of the ice. If you're wearing hockey skates, you're not going to be able to push like that at all. If you're wearing figure skates, it's not a nice push. You don't generate as much speed and it really doesn't look very nice. So make sure you get in your T position and you use your entire blade to get that first push. Second common mistake I'd say are your arm position. Obviously you start off with the right arm in front and the left arm to the side as I've already mentioned, but remember that they change halfway through so you're ready for this next push. I see a lot of people forgetting to change their arms because they're concentrating on their feet and by the time they get here they're stuck to go into their next outside edge position. You want to make sure that your arms come through at the same time as your leg. So as you're coming through, your leg swings through nice and close, so do your arms swing through nice and close to your body. Another reasonably simple mistake, which is really easy to fix, are people losing their pattern. Remember I mentioned that you have to wait till you get round to the blue line before you change feet each time. I see some people, they go onto their first outside edge, they're in such a rush, they push onto the next one and now they're lost and they don't know what they're doing, and sometimes they even change edges. They go onto their inside edge in order to get back onto the blue line. And then they're back and they're going on their edges and they're changing on the blue line, but all of a sudden it's become a little bit of a different feeling. Remember you're on your outside edge and each time you make sure you get all the way back to your line before you push for your next outside edge. So something else I want to concentrate on is your outside edges. It's an outside edge exercise, therefore you should only ever be on your outside edges throughout the whole of this exercise, which means that when you push off you have to have your knee nicely bent and your weight leaning in. Right from the beginning I see some people Maybe some people forget and they get confused and they start off with their inside edge. Remember, we distinguish our outside edges and our inside edges because our outside edge follows the outside of our boot. That's where we want to go. You're also lifting your outside foot. If I'm creating a circle going round to my left here, this will be my outside foot, therefore that is the foot that's lifted. So try and start off on the correct foot and the correct edge from the beginning. Something else I want to talk about is that when you finally get round to change your feet, some people get in such a rush that they get confused and they end up getting on their inside edge straight away. You want to give yourself enough time to concentrate on what's coming next, prepare for what's coming next. So make sure you have a nice large semicircle here to begin with. So now I can prepare, I can bring my feet together and push onto my next outside edge. Now I swing my leg through, prepare for my next outside edge and push and swing through. So I mentioned that for this exercise we're always on the outside edges. There is a very small exception, and that is when you go to push onto your next foot. So if I'm standing on my left foot now, I come to change to prepare for my right foot. This left foot goes onto the inside edge to push, but I'm straight onto the outside edge on my right foot. As soon as I'm on one foot, I'm always on my outside edge.